Hi, I'm Bill Ritchie, and I have a new project here. It's called putting together a WeeWoodie Rembrandt Press. WeeWoodie Rembrandt Press is a new press that I designed. I am a press maker. This one is all wood and pretty much approximates the look and feel of the press at the Rembrandt's Museum in Amsterdam. So now I'm going to begin.
Now, this is going to take a long time, so why don't we rewind? Let's go back to 2004 when I started making mini half-wood presses. It was an etching press too. But while I was doing it, I realized I was missing out on an opportunity to make a toy press for kids. That's right, I like kids. And I was a kid one time. I know how it is. I had Tinker toys and erector sets, and I decided I would make a little press. It actually was more to it because in 2012 I also was writing a novel called Rembrandt's Ghost in the New Machine. And the novel was about a miniature press and how Rembrandt saved his bacon by miniaturizing his press, making a miniature copy of his big press. Well, as you can imagine, it's a long story, but as it turned out, I made up another story to go with it that was called Rembrandt's Attic, and it was about Rembrandt had made a tiny press. He put it in the attic to hide it until his daughter's 6th birthday, but unfortunately, he lost his house, lost everything, and that's partly what the novel's about. Well, getting on with the story, it turned out that in 2022 they were going to do a remodel of the Rembrandt's house. And I took that as a possibility, an opportunity to tell a lie. In my story, they found a box in the attic when they were doing the remodel, and the box contained that press that he had made for little Cornelia. But, he lost the mansion in 1656, I believe it was, and so the box was sitting up in that attic until someone discovered it. That's my story, Rembrandt's Attic, how they found that press. And guess what? It looked just like this one. Now, I made this one. It was far too complicated. People said, oh no, the kids will choke on those little pieces. And other people said, well, it's not really qualified as a game, which is what I wanted. They said it was just a toy. But I was undaunted, and I decided, well, make a great toy, if it worked. And the new one that Rick Miller cut out, that was in 2012, soon after this video was made, it didn't work very well, but we did sell about 45 of these presses. We sold them for prices ranging from, I think it was $75 or something, up to $125. And then we stopped because they weren't working very well, and people weren't, jumping up and down the way they did when we made the mini half-wood press, when Tom Kugler and I made the mini half-wood presses. So I shelved it. And then Rick moved to Florida, and I've been working on it ever since to try to figure out how to make it a good working press. This video is part of a history that I'm writing because I think we will find investors who, once we overcome the technical problems and have what we call a proof of concept, then I believe it's going to take off, be part of my 5-box printmaking method, a subscription box.
Got that backwards. I have to take it all off. These words are supposed to be on the inside.
That was funny. I put it together wrong. Anyway, that's what happens when you're trying to invent something.
There, I had to take it all apart and put it all back together. And now I'm ready to continue. I made these WeeWoodie half-wood presses by hand. I don't use a computer. I don't use numerically controlled devices to cut out the pieces. They're all cut by hand, drilled by hand, and so they're not alike. I know that's a problem, but there you have it.
This little press, by the way, was shown in 2 art museums. In Seattle, at the Fry Art Museum, and in Bainbridge Island, the Bainbridge Island Art Museum.
This is the active side, the roller wheel side, star driving side. I can put these pins in here to make sure that those little retainers don't fall out. Something I learned from my orthodontist.
I cautioned my friend Nori Sada when she said, show your presses at the Bainbridge Island Art Museum, and actually people have said that my presses are works of art. So I used to argue with people and say, oh no, these are works of crafts. And one of them was a customer, and she said, if I say it's art, it makes me feel good. Therefore, it is art. I never forgot that lesson. I have never questioned the customer since then. Customer's always right.
Tricky business.
I can only apologize for these kind of boring parts. I confess, however, it's great to have a chance to add this voiceover to the 2012 version 12 years later after the time I made it.
Finished. This is the press bed. This is the printing plate. These are the blankets. I don't have paper ready or anything like that, and not inked up, but I'll just show you how it works if you're still watching. And there you have it. So it goes. There's just one more thing. In the hood, as with all of the new presses that come from the Half-Wood Press Workshop in Seattle, this is a 4 gigabyte memory stick, flash memory stick, and that goes in the hood. So everything you need to know about printmaking in the memory on the press. So, thanks for watching. I'm Bill Ritchie at the Half-Wood Press Workshop in Seattle in the printmaking world.
As they say, over and out. You know, making this video upgrade has been more than a technical experience for me. And I want to say that if press could be a work of art and it could be inspiring, this one certainly is. Let me show you what I'm working on now. This is a laser cut version, no longer using CNC. And I had a kind of a breakthrough today because the problem has always been the pressure setting. And this doohickey, while it doesn't look like much, is the key to solve the problem. Like I said, I couldn't possibly explain it right here, but it just shows that I'm inspired and I'm making progress. Thanks for watching.